How are we getting on today, folks? How are you all doing? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're on a big haulage job. You would have seen a clip of this in the background of the last video. But yes, here it is. An absolute beast of a hymac 580C and a genuine hymac bucket. So like a 2-foot rock bucket, big of a thing. But here is probably one of the most original and in best shape hymacs, I'd say, around the country. That machine has been working a year and a half ago or that ish. All I'm doing is just delivering it from one man to another. So it was a local machine sold to another fella I know. So he just asked me would I deliver it. So we got it loaded up. Wasn't really looking forward to loading it, to be honest, but actually went up fine. Brakes held it well, going up the ramps, stuff like that. So yeah, it's in super condition. I was looking around it, cannot see any welding on the boom rattle. Like compared to our own one, it is like brand new, because our one was just cracked, welded, falling apart. But it's just very nice original hymac, which is very scarce. Collector's item really. But anyways, it is about 7 in the morning here and I've about an hour and a half journey in front of me, so I am going to hit the road now and try beat a bit of traffic if I can, and I'll catch up with G along the way, or hopefully in the yard where I'm delivering it if he doesn't mind me videos. So we'll catch up with G anyways. So now we're on the road. Hitting the daylight on our side, but it's kind of a dreary all morning, just this heavy mist and all that, but that's still fine. It's I was going to say November, but it's October, and yeah, we're about 45 minutes into our journey, I'd say. So well over halfway there, I'd say. I thought traffic and that would slow me up, but it hasn't. We kind of avoided a lot of that. Jack going grand. You can see the pig behind me there. It's interesting moving these older machines sometimes, and when I say pig, I don't mean insult to the machine, but it's you know, the boom is a bit high, getting higher than what I'm used to, and they just don't fold up as good. I've just been conscious of wires and spots, but I think I don't think there's even need to be, but I'm just watching out. But anyways, when moving these are older machines, probably learned a bit in there now in the last day or two. We loaded this up this day, Wednesday. We loaded it Monday, and it's on the low loader in the yard since. But they're just a bit tricky. You need to be on the ball. And of course, the first time you sit in the machine to go load her up in a low loader is not overly ideal either, because you've no feel for it, like. And what I was saying earlier, that the brakes and everything seemed to be good on the tracks. It held itself. I stopped halfway up the ramps. Now I loaded it in a nice spot, but I stopped halfway up the ramps before the landing, we'll say, because the cab is on the opposite side, and your view, everything is just out of sync. Your levers, your reaction on which lever, all that is all different. And so I stopped halfway up and it held itself fine, which I was extremely surprised, really, to be honest. And it seems the tracking is even in it as well, because there's mechanical brakes on these hymacs, and some of the older gear is more mechanical. A mechanical brake for the tracks now is what I'm saying. So they did give trouble in them, just with work and age, and they give trouble, but they seem to be good in that. They're holding anyways. And that's another thing too, is when I load the Hitachi digger, or we'll say Rampton, or we'll say the Volvo now and all that, you knock off the key, your track brakes pretty much are on. The motors have them held, and that's not going to run on the trailer on the tracks. It might slide, but it's not going to run on the tracks where these will. As far as I know, when you knock off that digger, again, I could be, correct me if I'm wrong now, any hymac miller that's out there. Is it the hydraulic pressure that releases the brakes, or is it the hydraulic pressure that engages the brakes? So literally, when you knock off the machine, you lose your hydraulic pressure. Do the brakes come on, or do they go off? So some of them work the opposite way, what you might think. But you just need to be very wary of that kind of thing. Just out of habit, you load up the machine and you say, oh yeah, throw your chains on and go. But I have this well chained, and I have this blocks of timber in the front of the tracks. Just if I had to hit the brakes, I don't want that running. So it's chopped basically. I don't want that running on the trailer on me. Another thing that I'm noticing there now as well is it's slewing. It's rocking on the slew ring. Some of the bigger, older machinery anyways had a slew brake, a lock, or a slew brake, or a lock pin. It stopped slewing like that as when you're on the trailer, because it would throw you into a bit of a wobble now if you weren't careful. But I chained down the bucket as well just to stop movement on that. Maybe I should have started this morning and pressed the bucket down on the floor of the trailer just to anchor itself more. How long that hydraulic pressure would keep up in that, I don't know, but look, it's fine. It's fine, but it's just these things to watch out for. But yeah, anyways, I'll stop rambling on, and I will hopefully catch up to you more in the yard.
Careful. Will I start the lead for you?
Do.
Hold on. Where is the battery now?
See the lead, if you stand up and have the track now.
Oh, up there, yeah. Down this lead.
Yeah. I'll give her a crack and see, will I?
Give it a shot now. No?
Sure again?
Seems to be tight enough before. Like when it's tight, man, I know. There's no real feel I get the fish in it.
Yeah.
Is this still live on there? Battery. I've been out York there for checking batteries, will I get it? The battery you think should turn on the right anyway.
It should, and it was on, and now it's stopped. Maybe.
This was when I crossed the starter with the wrench. You finished out, I know those digger now.
No, I've the tracks locked there now. I'll see is there any light here at the start.
I have another one to check the batteries and things. There's a new one just got two different ones. There's power there, I know. There's that whole sheet at the back open and left it plastic with the wire. That whole door at the back, is that open? There's a bolt in it. Yeah, you cannot pass it no way to white snapped it, no? I'll go down and see when the whole door at the back open.
I try, it won't open too easily anyway.
There's power going there.
There is.
Gesture för dig där inne. There's a button on the pump there, we'll press it in. Or had your rev drum on there?
I have a small rev on it, but I don't want too much.
I know, yeah. We should give a good shot.
You keep that button.
This
Right.
is the choke, is it?
Oh,
The button, did it flick in? It's like, where now is it?
you pull that and put the button in.
Well, if there's a bit of rev on the throttle, it should raise
Oh,
it.
that's your throttle, sure.
Is
Yeah.
that the throttle or is that the choke?
So this.
That's probably the... One of them is the throttle. and the other-
That's the throttle there.
This one is the throttle. So is it?
Yeah.
Give it a top again if it goes and say it's too fast.
So now it's down anyways. In one piece. Yeah, I don't know, that was on the button even when I was loading it, it's on the ignition, but maybe fuse blown or loose wire, but I had to cross start there as you've seen from the video to get her moving. Yeah, there she is, hymac 580C in her new home. Hymac is in super shape for its age. Them are the hours are on the clock. Whether or not the clock is working or not, I don't know. Yeah, the dash was working the last day, but it's probably just a loose wire or a bad earth or something. It's a Ford engine, same as what's in our own hymac at home. Running nice and sweet. And this man's intention is to go through it and do it up. There's a lifting ram leaking a bit and an oil cooler leaking a bit. But other than that, it's actually in super shape. There's no welling or cracks, or compared to our own, it is 10 times the digger. Chains look good, rollers look good. There might be one or two of them with C's, but from what I looked at on the trailer, they all seem to have been moving, so there you have it. Get our buckets off and we'll be good to go. I better get a strap. Now I'm back in the yard. Job done, hymac down. What you call it? Didn't video loading and stuff like that because I was just a bit weary. You're going to see me unloading it there. They're a dodgy machine. Usually when I'd be unloading the Hitachi, or this lady, any other digger, I would put my bucket out on the ground in front of me and let myself out onto the beaver tail, track straight, flat floor of the trailer, and bucket down the ground and then do that. But just so much going on with them hymacs. I probably should have done a bit of an in-cab on it. Your track levers are your two hands down on your left-hand side and right-hand side, and them levers are constant on, kind of. When you could literally push them out and head off and go for a walk and let the machine off. They're very on and off. There's no bit of sensitivity to them, if you get me. It's just they're manual levers pulling on a valve block, and it's on off. That's it. So I just let it off. That worked out fine. Maybe ideally, what I did say originally, I'd put on the outriggers and push out the ramps bit when I'm loading or unloading it, just to give a bit of room for error. Did I? No. But anyways, it's done anyways, and back there, what I'd say is just a loose connection with the ignition. That's why it wasn't starting on the key. But what you call super hymac. And if any of you want to see that hymac, go to Glencorb Vintage Show, because that's where that hymac will be at beyond next summer. I'll let you know in a video along the way. I think it's July, maybe August, bank holiday weekend, thereabouts. It's usually around July time. It's just beyond, so I'll inform you in a video when the show is coming up. If any of you want to go and see it, and plenty of other good vintage stuff at the show. But yeah, that's it anyways for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.